Here's what moved markets today.
US officials unveiled a new round of sanctions against Iran, described as the harshest measures to date, with Iranian officials threatening to block Gulf oil exports in response. The escalation represents a significant deterioration in the diplomatic framework following the earlier expiration of the negotiating agreement. US spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF products drew a combined $2.615 billion in net inflows last week, with the figure representing one of the largest weekly totals recorded for the combined product category. The inflows follow the recent shift in market sentiment toward neutral territory observed over recent sessions. Senator Cynthia Lummis stated that banking institutions are obstructing progress on the Clarity Act, citing disagreements over stablecoin reward provisions ahead of the scheduled September vote. The comments reflect ongoing tensions among stakeholders as the legislation approaches its compressed timeline for consideration. Hardware wallet manufacturer Ledger stated it had patched an Ethereum clear signing vulnerability approximately 2 weeks before the flaw's public disclosure. The company's timeline indicates the security issue was addressed prior to broader industry awareness of the vulnerability. A test chain associated with the eCash network has launched, with the development leaving certain fork-related technical risks for Bitcoin holders unresolved ahead of an October deadline. The situation reflects ongoing uncertainty around the technical resolution process for the associated protocol changes. A research paper from the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland found that showing households information about Bitcoin's historical returns correlated with increased actual cryptocurrency purchasing behavior in a study setting. The findings represent academic research into behavioral factors influencing retail digital asset adoption based on the specific study methodology and sample examined. Looking at this morning's price action as of 9:05 CET, the market shows overwhelming and broad-based strength. Pudgy Penguins up 19.16%, Aave adding 15.88%, and Eigenlayer gaining 11.83%. Exceptional double-digit gains across NFT ecosystem tokens, DeFi lending infrastructure, and restaking protocols. No meaningful decliners were recorded this session, with the data showing a session of uniformly positive performance across tracked assets. This represents an extraordinarily rare and broad-based risk-on session, with no notable countervailing weakness. The pattern reflects a continuation of the decisive risk-on shift observed in recent sessions, with today's uniformly positive breadth extending Friday's extraordinary session, where double-digit gains dominated nearly across the board. Market structure shows sustained strength following the significant sentiment improvement to 55 observed at the end of last week, with today's conditions suggesting continued momentum rather than the reversal that might typically follow such an outsized move. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index surges to 78, jumping 23 points from Friday's 55 and moving deep into greed territory, approaching the boundary with extreme greed. The dramatic move follows today's uniformly positive market session, with no recorded decliners, extending the extraordinary breadth observed across recent sessions. The index has now risen 60 points since the extreme fear low of 16 recorded on July 2nd, representing one of the most rapid sentiment reversals observed this year. The move from 55 to 78 in a single session substantially exceeds the pace of previous sentiment shifts throughout the recovery period, moving well beyond the levels reached during any prior attempt at neutral or early greed positioning this year. That's your daily market update. If you found this useful, give it a like and subscribe for tomorrow's briefing. See you then.